Alright, well, I'm at my next fuel stop, and I've kind of realized, like, it's taken me a second, because I have to, like, fill up every hour and a half. I've only got 18 gallons on board. The thing burns 8.5 gallons an hour, so if I want to have, like, any extra and not be really nervous, I'm just stopping that much. So, because of that, I thought I'd make destination tonight, but I don't think I am. So, at this point, my arrival time is showing at, like, sunset, and, you know, I've still got, like, 3 or 4 more stops to make. It's just not going to happen.
Hop into the front seat of this Marquardt Charger this episode as I ferry this beautiful airplane across the country. We'll make some new friends, do some fun flying, and introduce one fella to the world of open cockpit flying. So throw on your ferry pilot cap with me, because this is one episode you don't want to miss. So real quick intermission before the video starts. It's coming, I promise. But when this video posts, it's going to be Oshkosh week. So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be there and to come say hi. So I've got 3 meet and greets scheduled, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. 21st, I will be on Forum Stage 7 for the YouTube Creator Meet and Greet. That's Monday. On Tuesday, time to be determined, but keep an eye on my Instagram story. I'll be at the Aeroverse booth doing a meet and greet for my Aviation Odyssey, which is the show. There's actually an episode on here on Flying Doodles of that show. Go check it out. It's all about the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome where I've been hopping biplane rides, so go get you some. And then on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, that's the 23rd, I'm going to be back with Bobby. So Bobby's coming back on the show for a day. We're going to be walking around Oshkosh, and we're going to be doing a meet and greet there at the Flying Eyes Optics booth. So if you want to say hello to Bobby and I, come on by and give us a shout. We'd love to have you, love to see you, and keep an eye on our Patreon for updates. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of this episode.
Alright, you guys, well, good morning. I am coming at you this morning from like 3 a.m. Yeah, it's really early. I'm getting ready to go pick up a Marquardt Charger today. It's located in Madison, Wisconsin, and it'll go to Pennsylvania. So it's showing like a 5 to 7 hour flight, depending on weather though. So we're gonna see what happens because there's a bunch of isolated thunderstorms this morning. We're gonna have to like weave around. So we're gonna see what happens. I think it's gonna be a pretty good trip, but yeah, I'm really dragging this morning, so I'm kind of hoping to like catch a couple winks on the plane. We'll see what happens. So I've got to like make a connection, which kind of sucks. So anyways, enjoy.
My trip began in Dodge County Airport. My first fuel stop, of course, was Poplar Grove. I'm a big fan of Poplar Grove for fuel stops because of all of the options. They've got grass, they've got pavement, and they've got a great crew to help you fuel up. It's also a great spot to catch a Waco or two on a sunny day. Following Poplar Grove, I stopped at Kankakee, Fort Wayne, Mansfield, and made Jefferson County my overnight. It wasn't ideal, but that's where I ended up for the night.
Alright, you guys, well, I arrived at the airport, so I am currently in Dodge County, and I'm just north of Juneau, Wisconsin. So here's the airplane. She's a good-looking bird. It's a lot like the last Marquardt that I ferried, a little bit different in some ways. It's got a different prop, different paint job, different fuel tanks, so I'm really excited to take it across the country today, and yeah, hope y'all enjoy. Okay, got the airplane pushed out, and we're about to hit the road.
Like I mentioned earlier, Poplar Grove is a great spot for lots of options for runways. It's been a while since my last Marquardt Charger, so this was a natural selection for me to get back into the groove of things. When able, I love to stick it on the grass first and then head for the pavement. Unfortunately, I was faced with some weather along the way, so I delayed at Poplar Grove for about 30 minutes before shooting it down south. Thankfully, the air was really stable for my trip. However, I did have some pop-up rainstorms. The storms themselves weren't really building upwards, they were just raining, so I found a good hole and shot it through. Makes for a neat shot, I guess.
Okay, so I'm recording with my phone because I don't want to pull my camera out. But I just landed at Kankakee, so say it real fast. Kankakee traffic. Anyways, and I'm getting fuel. My butt hurts, so it's been a long past 2 hours. And it's not comfortable either. The slipstream, my head's sticking up out of it, so it's really draggy and not fun. So, anyway. After I stopped at Kankakee Airport, I headed on to my next destination. With no weather ahead, I did some clearing turns before doing some wingovers to get back into the groove of things. I was quickly reminded how maneuverable the Marquardt Charger is. At a first glance, it doesn't look like much, but it really packs a punch. This one actually flew a little better than the last one I ferried. It definitely was not a very comfortable cross-country airplane, though. Alright, well, I'm at my next fuel stop, and I've kind of realized, like, it's taken me a second, because I have to, like, fill up every hour and a half. I've only got 18 gallons on board. The thing burns 8.5 gallons an hour, so if I want to have, like, any extra and not be really nervous, I'm just stopping that much. So, because of that, I thought I'd make destination tonight, but I don't think I am. So, at this point, my arrival time is showing at, like, sunset, and, you know, I've still got, like, 3 or 4 more stops to make. It's just not going to happen. So I'm stretching right now because I'm so cooped up in this thing. I just don't remember the last one being this tight. Could be the position of the seat, I don't know, but it's pretty rough. So, yep, that's what's up. Quick side note, this is a pretty cool fuel gauge. I'd never used one before and it was really accurate. As you can tell here, my head was in the slipstream the entire time. I was getting exhausted. Okay, so I just landed in Gallion County and I'm about to fuel up. Good landing, calm winds today. Just like dog tired. So yeah, it's been super calm, super fun, good day. Alright, so unfortunately, as predicted, I was unable to make destination tonight. I mean, it was kind of ambitious anyways, just because I did, like, airline in, pick up the plane, and then we had weather, and then, like, every, you know, like I said earlier, every, like, hour and 20 minutes I have to stop for fuel, so it's kind of like, if I want to have reserves at least. So yeah, it's kind of like a pain. So I'm 2 hours away, but it's like 7 right now, and it's like 7:30. And by the time I get there, it'll be like 10 p.m. So it's just not going to happen. But I think I found a hanger to put it in. So I'm going to try to work that out. I'm working that out right now. And that way, just so it's covered. We're not expecting rain or anything tonight. Just so it's like put away and safe and tucked away. And we'll see if I'm successful at that. I don't know. Luckily, I did find a hanger to stick it in for the evening. After making sure the airplane had a place to stay, I went and found a hotel and came back early the next morning. All right, you guys. Well, good morning. So I'm here in, where are we at? Jefferson County? Jefferson County. It's all swimming together at this point. I'm here with the Marquardt. Had a great night's sleep, and this is a small town, so I was really lucky this morning to get a ride from this gentleman here. Hi, Doug. How are you doing?
I'm elated because you just took me up in the air.
How was it?
It was awesome. It was wonderful.
Good.
She did great.
Yeah, it was. I had to. You gave me a ride, so I had to give you a ride.
And it was my first time ever in a biplane.
Yeah, I love it. But what was it like when you came up? For those who watching who've never been in a biplane before, what was was there a lot of wind in the front seat? Or?
It wasn't bad at all, actually. And the scenery took my mind off everything, just being in the air and being free.
Yeah.
I thought I was just, couldn't have picked a better way to start my morning.
Well, you picked me up at like way early this morning, like 5 a.m. And I was like, well, maybe we can fit this in. And it just worked out.
And for the record, it's Jefferson County Airport, which is right in Steubenville, Ohio.
Yes, you guys definitely come stop in. Really nice folks, great hotels.
It's not that small of a town.
Yeah, it's not too small. So, all right, Doug. Well, thank you so much for speaking to my viewers. And,
thank you.
We'll get on the road.
Man, I tell ya, this is what it's all about. A ride for a ride? I think that's pretty fair.
Okay, so pardon my messiness. So I woke up this morning in Jefferson County Airpark. That's where I stopped last night. I wasn't very good about taking video. I was just like exhausted at the end of the day. But yeah, I overnighted there. Got a hotel, got an Uber and everything, so that worked out good. Found a hangar and all that. So yeah, it worked out good. I'm currently in Ross River, is how you pronounce it. It's Foxtrot Whiskey, Quebec is where I'm at. It's just south of Pittsburgh. But yeah, I'm here because, I mean, as you guys just saw, I'm currently waiting out the ceilings. So it's just the temperature and dew point are really close right now and everything is foggy. So I'm going to wait for that to burn off. It's predicting it'll burn off by 8. And so hopefully I can still make my airline flight. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
You know, there's just something about an RV-8. I met the fella who flew this pretty bird, and him and his friend actually took me to breakfast. You know, I never got their full names, but they like to go by Snoopy and Popeye. They took me to get a good old-fashioned breakfast at Bill's Diner.
Now, when I say mountains, I'm not talking the Rockies. We're talking
Pennsylvania mountains.
Yeah, the Pennsylvania mountains.
Yeah, they were talking about the mountain range I was about to fly over. It got pretty fogged in, but luckily it was just starting to lift.
Well, they were building those.
Well, all right. Well, these guys just took me to breakfast. I'm with Popeye and Snoopy, right? Those are y'all's call signs?
Popeye and Snoopy.
Well, and we're out here at, remind me the name of this airport. I keep saying that because I keep having to make different stops and I'm expecting. But we are at
Ross River Airport.
And normally y'all have a good barbecue joint here.
Well, they do some barbecue up there, but it's not a full-time restaurant anymore. It used to be.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty nice area. We got about 70, 80 aircraft here.
Okay.
About 8 RVs. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, your RV8 is gorgeous. And you have some art on the tail. It says Popeye.
Popeye.
Yeah,
Popeye.
I like that. I like that.
So.
What's the story behind your call sign?
Well, I was in the Navy, so they kind of called me that.
Yeah.
Popeye. So.
I like that. What about Snoopy?
Oh, that's been basically the same way in the Navy, and I had a Navy skull cap, I guess you'd call it, and I always wore that, and all I needed was the goggles, and it looked like Snoopy, so it's kind of stuck with me since then.
I like it. Well, thank y'all for taking me to breakfast. I got to run. I had to beat that weather, so I'm so grateful I ran into y'all, and y'all took me to breakfast. It was wonderful.
Well,
Okay,
it's
have a
nice
good
meeting
flight.
you. It's been very interesting.
Yeah, sure. Well, we're going to catch up at Oshkosh, right?
Right.
So we'll see you there.
Okay.
All right. It lands nice. It doesn't bounce too much.
Did you do you wheel land it or
Both. I like. The last trip I did, I was tail low wheelies because I had high winds. But today this entire trip's been 3 points. 3 points the whole way.
Okay.
We'll see you. Y'all be safe.
You too.
You too. Have a good flight.
Where?
here's a quick shot of that fog that I was dealing with. Before, it was full coverage, and with full coverage, I get uncomfortable. If something happens with the engine and I can't see the ground, then I'm not a very happy camper. I waited for it to break up a little bit before bringing it all the way home. The new owner is just the nicest gal, and she lives on a great little airstrip in Pennsylvania.
Oh man. Hello! How are y'all doing today? Doing good. I'm not sure how you want it. You want to head first or tail first? Tail first. Alright you guys, well I made it to the destination. The airplane is dropped off with happy new owners. It was a joy to fly it. I really enjoyed it, and it's going to really have a nice home here. The grass strip is super smooth and the airplane performs well, so y'all be looking for it around Pennsylvania because that's where it'll be flying. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Man, I sure love this job, and I have a feeling that this Marquardt Charger ended up in just the right place.